Mart is a beacon of hope. Two ends of a spectrum, different, yet drawn together by something extraordinary. It symbolizes connection. This is not just a company, it's a vibe.
Welcome everyone to the call tonight. I'm super excited about everything that's happening. My name is Tony Marek. I am the Chief Marketing Officer, the CMO of Vibe, and I'm excited to introduce to you tonight three people. Mr. Andre Russell, the Director of Project Development, Ms. Reagan Lynch, the Director of Administration, and Ms. Megan Lynch, the Vice President of Sales. Please take it away. First speaker.
Absolutely. Hey, how's it going tonight, Miss Tony Mark?
Amazing. I understand you are traveling, so you have some camera issues, but you go ahead and talk. We're listening.
Absolutely. Is the chat open up? Is the chat open or still locked down?
The chat is locked down. Would you like me to open it up?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
It's open.
All right, guys, listen. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out and pass it back to our CMO, Tony Mark, because she put together a fantastic intro video, guys. Guys, I got chills just watching that, right? That reveal. I'm super excited to be partnering with someone like Tony. She's like a overachiever. She works extremely hard. When I go to sleep and I wake up, she's still up working, right? And that says a lot because I work a lot. So what I want you guys to do is please give a 777 in the chat for Miss CMO Tony Mark. And if you thought that video was fire, on top of the sevens, give me some fires in the chat as well, because we just want to show her how much we appreciate her, because she's going to be detrimental in your success and Vibe and in our journey on the marketing side. All right. So I'm not going to hold you guys up too long. They told me I got 30 seconds, so I'm going to do my best to stay on that time frame. I can't make any promises because I am excited to finally reveal to you guys. I know you guys have been wondering, what's the name? What do we get involved in? You don't have any information, right? You've just been building off of motivation and excitement. No name, no products, just straight grinding to be a part of something that you feel could be major, thanks to the influence of some of our leaders like Miss Megan Lynch and her twin sister Reagan. All right. So here's the thing, guys. Vibe, it's a movement, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andre Russell. As the young lady said, I'm a husband, proud father of 6, and a serial entrepreneur. What that means is, ladies and gentlemen, I love business. I love working for myself. I love entrepreneurship and everything about it, okay? But I didn't start here. I wasn't always an entrepreneur. Something had to happen for me to get in this position, and I want to go down that line real quick and tell you about it. You see, I had my first kid at the age of 20 years old. I was an athlete in college. I was on a track and field scholarship, and I messed up. I did the wrong thing, and I started going down the wrong down the wrong path very, very fast. You see, my parents did everything they could to make sure I had everything I needed to be successful in life. They really did a great job of preparing me. But sometimes as a young adult, you know more than your parents, right? Sometimes it doesn't matter how good your parents do, how well they raise you, you're just going to mess up. You see, a lot of these knuckleheads out here that's messing up in life, these kids that go down the wrong path, sometimes we want to point the finger at the parents. But see, sometimes it just doesn't matter. It's not always the parents' fault. Sometimes you're going to have those kids that no matter how great their parents are, they just do the wrong thing. And I was one of those kids. All right. I was one of those kids that no matter what my parents did for me and wanted me to do, I always knew I knew the wrong thing. Right. And so what happened is I dropped out of college. gave up my scholarship, and was a young dad at the age of 20 years old. And what do you think that happens? My life started to spiral out of control. I went from dead end job to dead end job, and I quickly realized that I was unemployable. I quickly realized that I was a rebellious individual. I quickly realized that I could not work for anyone else, right? I was not the individual that can go work a job. Now, not gonna knock anyone for what you do. I'm not gonna knock anyone for going to work every day, taking care of your family, because at the end of the day, everything is not for everyone. All I'm saying is it wasn't for me. I knew I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wanted to be my own boss. So I went back to school to get a business degree, right? But what I found out very, very soon while I was in college, right? Because I went to school because I said, listen, I want to own my own business. I want to be the boss. I want to be my own boss. And what I found out is in school with a business degree, they weren't teaching me how to be an entrepreneur. They weren't teaching me how to run my own company. They weren't teaching me how to be a boss. Guess what they were doing? They were teaching me how to be the top dog in somebody else's company. You see, a business degree, they teach you how to be a high-level manager of somebody else's company. That's not what I wanted, right? That's still an employee. I wanted to be my own boss. So around that same time, I actually discovered network marketing. I was about 27 years old, right? And what I quickly learned was I was learning more about running a business. I was learning more about entrepreneurship. I was learning more about personal growth and self-development. I was learning more about how to manage my money than I was while I was in school getting a business degree. Now, I'm not going to knock that degree, right, because it opened some doors, right, and it gave me a little bit of prestige, right, a little piece of paper, right, says I'm educated, right, but I learned so much more from my mentors, right, because I was fortunate enough to be in this industry and be connected with some very influential and knowledgeable individuals that poured out of their cup and into mine. You see, that's one of the things that people have to understand is as a mentor, they were getting me ready. They were training me to be the next up and coming something, right? They were training me to be a top leader, right? And what I decided to do is I decided to pour it back, right, into my teams. And I became a top leader very, very fast. I started to learn the comp plans, learn the numbers, learn how to lead, right? But what I found out in this industry, no matter how exciting it was when the money started coming, there were just some things about this industry that turned me off, right? There was too much politics, too much favoritism. There was too much greediness. There was too many individuals that were trying to step on other people's back to get to the top. You see, what I love about network marketing is you don't have to do that, right? You see, in a job, right? And again, I'm not knocking jobs, but in a job, if you want to get to the next level, you got to wait for somebody to get promoted, die, or get fired. See, in network marketing, you can promote yourself anytime if you do the right thing. And so that's what I loved about the industry. But when people started stepping on each other's backs, I said, I got to get out of here. This is not what I signed up for. So quickly, I knew I loved helping people, so I became a business consultant, ladies and gentlemen. So what that means is I started helping other people start to develop their own companies, develop their own brands, develop their own businesses, and become successful in the business world, right? But something was missing, right? Even though the money was good, right? Even though I was still helping other people, I was missing something. And that something was what I loved about network marketing, right? It was the networking side. It was the celebration. It was the events, right? See, I love going to events. I love the recognition. I love walking on stage, but most importantly, I love seeing my team walk on stage, right? I love pouring into an individual that came from nothing and now they're on stage because they're successful now. And I had something to do with that, right? That makes me feel good. And I missed that about the industry. And so this is how I found Bob. And this is what I knew when I knew Bob was it, because I wanted to come back to the industry, but I needed to be the right thing. I want you guys to understand. I wanted to come back, but I needed it to be the right thing. And so when I met some individuals that had the same vision as me, that wanted to help people like I did, that didn't want to step on people to get to the top, I knew I was in the right place. You see, Vibe is not just a random side hustle. It's a culture, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be built on real integrity, real connections, real relationships, and real fun. You see, it's about helping every single person level up, right? Whatever that level up means to you, whether it's financial freedom, making some additional income, whether it's, having time freedom, whether it's just being around some other people, networking, whether it's just, being in a spiritual realm, whatever it is, right? Whatever's successful to you, right? That's what Vibe is. Whatever level up means to you, that's what Vibe is. You see, ladies and gentlemen, with Vibe, we all get to win and we all do it together. You see, that's why I came back to the game, and that's why I'm back with you guys right now, and that's why I chose to rock with Bob. I want to pass it on to my good friend, right? A friend of mine. We've been doing business together for a very long time. She's an amazing young lady. She's a heart of gold, and she's going to do anything to make sure that you get what you need. She'll give her shirt off her back to make sure you're successful. I want to pass that to Miss Reagan Lynch. Reagan, are you there?
Yes, I am. Woo!
I'm sorry
Okay.
for going over my 30 seconds, y'all.
No, I
I'm
love
glad
it.
I don't have to follow him.
I
So
know, I'm like, okay, thanks, Mr. Russell. I appreciate that. But no, I mean, that's what it's about is the energy. So I appreciate you. I don't want to follow it, but I'm going to. So I'm just going to introduce myself. You all don't see me a lot on the calls because I am working in the background. I do administration, operations. I'm working with Miss Tony Marek in the marketing. So I'm kind of all over the place, but in a good way. I've been in some things in the past that have really shaped me into the person that I am. Where sometimes you don't feel like you have a role somewhere. It's like, where do I fit in? But for me, what Vibe is for me is a place to fit in. So I don't know if I even introduced. Did I say my name, Megan? I can't remember. But my name is Reagan Lynch, and just a little bit of background about me. I am a mother. I have four children ranging from 28, 21, 17, and 6. So I'm kind of built for this to just be in all kind of different generations and just learning and growing. I've had 3 open heart surgeries in the past, so I am a survivor. I know that I'm here for a purpose. A lot of things that I do is I have to really pray about it first. So when Dre talked to me about the opportunity, and then he had Megan on board and he had her ear, they both came to me and talked to me about what we could really create. I kind of went in a bubble for a minute, for like 5 days. They didn't hear from me. Megan's like, hello, you mad at me? Dre's like texting me, and I just I had to take that time. I had to take that time because I know what this industry, like Dre said, when you've been in the industry and you've seen the ugly parts of the industry, I have no energy to go back into anything that would not serve my purposes. So I really had to take time, and I had to pray. It took me 5 days for me to really see, is this what I want to do? And the main reason is because I know we're leading people. We have to have a servant heart. We have to be available. We have to grow. We have to elevate. We have to disagree. We have to agree on things. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? So I'm here. So obviously I made the decision to take the step into Vibe. And I mean, it's been the last month or so, it has just been growth for me, even of just past triggers and past successes and past wins, and all these people are coming back from that we've done business with before. And I'm excited, for the first time. And, for this industry, I've never really wanted to be in this industry. I'm kind of more of a loner, a creative. I create things and I like to be, by myself. But I've been in the customer support and customer relations industry for over 20 years. So I'm used to dealing with people. Like, it is my strong suit. But coming back into this industry was really scary for me. So some of you that I've talked to, and I kind of keep saying that. So sorry, I'm not as polished right now, but I keep saying that because some of you are coming out of retirement. Like Megan and I have been saying, we're coming out of retirement. Some of you have been in the industry for years, and you've taken a hiatus for the same reasons. Either you haven't made any money in the industry, you're burnt out, you're tired, you're exhausted. And I will tell you, like, we've been training on the compensation plan because that's important. If you're going to go into somebody's opportunity, you got to know if you're going to make some money in the opportunity. You have to. If you take a job, are you just going to take a job and you don't know how much you're going to get paid, or the potential of growth for you to get paid? No, you're not going to take that job. You're going to go look, you're going to keep searching until you find the job that's going to pay you for what you think that you're worth, not for what they have the pay scale at. So with our opportunity, and I really, I came back because of Dre, and I came back because of Megan, and I came back because of Tony, and I came back because of our corporate staff of over, 8 people, and our and the rest of our corporate staff of over about 15 people. Like, this is a huge production. This isn't, you see Megan and I, you see Dre, you're hearing Tony now. Like, we're the surface of what's going on in the background that is a vibe. It's like, seriously, like we're working together, we're staying up late, we're listening to music. So when we say it's a vibe, for me, it is an opportunity for you to come in here and fit in, or come in here and find people who are not like you. Because a lot of times we want to be with people who are just like us. So if we're with people who are just like us, you're not going to grow. You're going to stay exactly the same person that you were last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago. This is an opportunity for you to come in here and you're going to find like-minded people, but you're also going to find people who are not like you. And that's what you want. That's where the vibe is where you can really just, somebody that some younger kids that you wouldn't normally, hang out with. And you're going to be able to sow into other people's lives, the younger generation, the older generation, the mid generation. And I'm just excited overall about what the culture, like Dre said, the culture is going to be, because it's going to be a vibe. So I'm going to pass it over to none other than our VP of sales. She's so much more than that. She's a coach. She's a trainer. She will, she will get on y'all if y'all are not doing what you say that you want to do. Not that she's telling you what you have to do. Y'all are telling her what y'all want. And then she's telling you how to go get it. And sometimes it is a little rough. I mean, me and Megan, like, we're learning each other right now. We are really learning each other of how far we can go and far we can push each other and pull back and apologize and all that. So for those of you who want to be trained and you want to be the best in the industry, you are going to need to follow the steps and listen. Follow the steps and listen, and then take action. And that's what Miss Megan Lynch is all about. So I'm going to pass it over to my twin sister.
I am so proud. Look at my big sister. Come on now. Like, Reagan and I have all these like little jokes, right? We have these running movie jokes, and it's like, you just want to throw the napkin down. I know I got some pastors out there. So, somebody's over there with the handkerchief, just like, go ahead, girl, right? You guys don't see Reagan a lot, but I am so very proud of her because she does passion projects, right? She does passion projects. I am so proud of Dre because Dre, he is relentless, right? When I first met Dre, he was really talking a mile a minute, and I haven't actually seen that, and I don't want my laptop to die. Sorry, hold on. Don't want to mess it up, but I've been on my laptop all day. Okay. Whew. Okay. So I really want you guys to know I'm so proud to work with the two of these individuals, and I would not come out of retirement for anyone but these two individuals. And then we knew that we wanted to make this amazing. And you guys are going to learn more about the product, the bundles. I've been talking about it. I know somebody was on here like, what? Where's the products, right? Everybody in your notes type plug in, right? You got to plug into the source, because if you're not inside of our Telegram, you're going to miss things because we're not sending emails right now. But that's for later. I don't want to be, on you guys right now, but you got to plug in. So I'm going to give you the vibration right now of like, plug in. You got to plug into the source. But I am so proud of Reagan. Couldn't do it without her, right? I'm so proud of Dre. Dre knows the entire system. I know he bucks the CEO role, but in our mind, he is the chief everything officer. He has his hand in everything. He spent years building platforms for other people. He is a tech genius. He makes connections. I don't know how the guy gets us in rooms that we would have never been in before, but we get in the room, right? We get in the room, but sometimes it's who you know that gets you in the room. It's what you know that keeps you in the room. So most of you guys know that I taught high school for over 17 years. If you've been on any of my calls, you've heard my story. You know that I'm doing this, really truly for both of my kids. But I started this when, when I was going through some trials and tribulations as a young person, I lost my best friend to gun violence. Since then, I've talked to many of you guys who unfortunately have also lost kids and grandkids and cousins and nephews and nieces and uncles to senseless gun violence. And a lot of times, 90% of the time, it's because, they're connected to the wrong people or connected to the wrong products. So after teaching high school and watching kids be cut short like a Dre, right? Think about it, guys. Think about Dre was that knucklehead kid. We still give him a hard time because sometimes he can still be, a knucklehead in a fun way, right? He keeps us vibing when we're on Zooms from 10 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock the next morning, right? So I don't know why my laptop is not holding the charge. Hold on one second. There we go. But it's exciting because Dre was on me for probably over a year. Like, you got to do business with me. And it wasn't that I didn't want to do business. It was because I was also had like trauma, right? I always go into companies. My team always wins, right? Write that down. We always win. We don't ever get into a company and not win. It's just that I don't want to win for a month or 2 months. And then I put in all this work and energy to build us up like a real company inside of that company. And then it all falls apart. And then we got to do it again. Then we got to do it again. Then we got to do it again. Some people won't do it again multiple times. They won't, right? They'll pump the water well. The water's coming up and then they'll stop. Oh, it's not working. It's not. It always works if you do it right. You guys see it. We brought in 8,000 people, 2,000 people in about 12 hours. And our website shut down now. Well, you can still go to the website and get info, but you can't get in. So all of you guys are first movers, every single one of you. We will put another 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 people in this opportunity. I want to do it by February 17th because that's when we launch. That's when I want to do it. But February 17th, we can do it the next month, right? And we can still be that company that put in 100,000 paying customers who are vibing out with all of the things that we have to offer. And I just want to kind of back up a little bit because when we were trying to figure out the name, we sat in a boardroom, right? We were like contemplating, what do we want this to be this time? Because if we're going to do it one more time, we got to do it the right way. So we built the foundation first. We went and got the best of the best, right? We went and got lawyers for our lawyers because we wanted to make sure that we're going to be around for a long time because a lot of companies, they just put something out. They are not the Xbox. They are not the iPhone or Apple. I'm sorry. Apple already has probably 10 years of products that they're going to roll out to us because they're constantly like Reagan constantly creating and getting in alignment and making sure your vibration is right. You guys know, like, answer me this. Tony, can we have the chat on at all or no? Because I do want to ask a couple questions, but you guys know.
On really quickly.
Okay. So I want you to think of a word that is not vibe, right? And it's spelled that way for a reason. I started to think about my vibe. What does that mean? Put it in the chat. What does vibe mean to you? Okay, it's VYB. It spells vibe. Okay, and I think really truly the B is like breakthrough for me. The V is vision, right? Visualizing doesn't mean this, right? But when I started thinking about, I need a breakthrough, and we were all sitting around and we were kind of trying to figure out what do we want it to be this time, right? We want it to be energy. We want it to feel good. And for me, like I was visualizing my breakthrough when I threw my hands up again and prayed like, okay, I got all these things going on, but I love network marketing because for me, it's relationship marketing. For me, every position that pops up is an empire with a king and a queen that maybe just doesn't understand their place yet. So we got to put you in position. Listen to what I'm saying. But you got to align because you guys know people. You know people that as soon as they walk in the room, they kill the vibe. And you guys know the song like, please don't kill my vibe, right? Because sometimes you can be vibing out and one person walks in the room and it's like, whew, sucks the energy out of the room, shifts everything, right? So I want you guys to understand, we want to be the feel good. We want you to just feel good. I had written down a couple things and then we're going to kind of move on, right? But to me, I had written down vibe is all about creating an environment where you feel at home and connected. We want people to experience something that just feels good, right? Feel good in the chat. You guys joined 8,000 of you because it felt good. It felt different, right? I really believe I'm purpose driven as well, but I said, we're driven by what's best for our lives, our families, our communities, and our world. And back when I was teaching high school, I did a vision board and I said, what do I want for myself? What do I want for my family? What do I want for my community? What do I want for my world? And I put some things in there and it's all coming to fruition. Now, it didn't come when I wanted it to come. But I love Ashanti. It always on time though. That was my song. I used to listen to it. Always on time. And the vibe, it's just a different environment. It really truly creates a different feeling. And that's what we want. We want people to walk in the door and say, I don't care what you're selling. Like it's a vibe. And I kept hearing people say to me for the last year, they're like, the kids would say it, right? Because I used to teach high school. They would always say, Miss Lynch, like, you're a vibe. I'm like, what? I'm a vibe. Then I heard a couple other people say it. And then I met some new people, some new teacher friends that were still in that environment. And they're like, I don't know what it is about you, but you're a vibe. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it. It's energy. And I think when you step into vibe, I just want you guys to feel good. I just want you to feel good. And we're going to constantly be creating. So I say all that to say this. I am so very excited that you guys have decided to vibe out with this, right? I want you to find your tribe over here, your vibe tribe. Some of you guys might be super spiritually minded. We got a lot of pastors over here. Some of you may be young, like all of our kids are over here. Reagan's kids, right? All age 18 and above. My kids are over here. My brother Travis's kids are over here. And some of them are playing basketball in China, living their hopes and dreams, playing basketball, making a ton of money, and they want to vibe out with us, right? Their husbands and wives are coming over here. My brother Justin, you guys heard from him the other day, and he is a very calm, give it to you raw type vibe, right? So I want you to find your vibe over here. So I'm going to go ahead. I said 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever we were supposed to talk, but we're still doing good on time. And we only have one more thing to share with you, right? We want to talk about the money, right? Because I believe that and I have an announcement kind of toward the end too. And I haven't even really told the owners that I want to do this. I don't want to call them, we're owners, but we're all in the field with you as well. So I'm the VP of sales. You guys are going to see me a lot. I'm going to help you build your business. And again, don't tell me what you want if you don't want me to help you get it. Do not tell me you want to live out your hopes and dreams. I just talked to my father. My father's like, give me the card. I'm signing up. I'm like, Dad, you can't get in yet. My mom's coming in, right? She's on this call, super excited. Seriously, my dad's like, here's my credit card. And he's probably the cheapest person, most frugal, right, person that you'll ever meet. And he's like, I don't care what it is. I want to be a part of it because he knows what we've done in the past and we've put our trauma down and we're going to move forward, guys. So listen, if you're going to vibe out with us, only refer to the past when absolutely necessary. Are we all clear on that? Just give me a yes in the chat. We are only going to refer to the past when absolutely necessary. And there's about 300 to 500 people listening to us on YouTube. We have about 18,000 followers on YouTube. They're going to tune in and they're going to listen to this. Only refer to the past when absolutely necessary. If it doesn't serve you, I'm not going to talk about my business trauma. We're going to focus on the vibration that we want to put out. And I want to tell you, whatever you put out, whatever vibration you put out into the universe, it's going to come back to you. You do a lot of complaining, you're going to attract a lot of people who vibe the same way. They do a lot of complaining. You want to make some really great income, you're going to put it out there and you're going to attract those types of people. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to live out your hopes and dreams. And I don't know what those are yet. So I'm going to figure it out starting next week. well, actually starting today, shout out to my two partners. I did a launch call right before I got on here, right? They're already on my calendar scheduling launches. So you guys can do that as well. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and pass it back to Tony Mark. I'm going to mute out my video and we're going to talk money briefly. It's 8:42. Promise you, we're going to be off of here by 9 o'clock because Reagan and Dre think that I can't do it and they spoke longer than me. So we have this little running competition. So I'm going to mute myself out and I'm going to allow Tony to just share with you our compensation, our matrix ranks. We actually have two different structures to make income and vibe, and we only talked about one of them because one of them, a part of it pays out 5 million a year. The other part is unlimited. So we have unlimited income, but let's talk about the ranks in this company. And then, so Tony, I'm going to mute myself out.
Okay, let me pull this up.
Thank you, Vanna.
You just see that? The black screen?
It's just black. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, this is going to go through. Remember, some of these have sound.
Okay.
Okay, and it'll just stop Megan and you can talk about
Okay,
it.
perfect. And I have another slide after this, so I'm going to tell you what this means afterwards. But, you know, as you come in, guys, a rookie, it may have a negative connotation to some people, but when you're coming into an all-star team, right? You want to be a rookie, right? You want to come in and you want to be able to learn. So it just depends if somebody's like, oh, you're a rookie, you don't know what you're doing. But it depends on if you're coming into the NBA, if you're coming into the NFL, or you're like my cousin that bears my grandmother's name. My father's mother, my grandmother, is Jackie Young, and Jackie Young will make my grandmother live forever because she was the number one draft pick for the WNBA, the number one draft pick, and they won twice in a row. We don't know how to lose in our family. So rookie is not a bad thing. A rookie, you're stepping into your vibe. You're ready to explore. You're learning. You're growing. Okay. So you don't want to stay there long though. So Tony, go ahead. Show us what you got. So as a creator, and we thought long and hard about these names. We didn't just throw up like you're a diamond and you're a this and you're a that and you're a no knock on those names because those names make a lot of money in other companies. But you know, we started to think about it like we don't necessarily want to be like everybody else because we're not just a network marketing company. We're a relationship marketing business. We want people to come in and vibe out and figure out what it is that they really want to do. So we want you to get to the point where you can be a creator over here. As a creator, you're building the vibe, right? You're building it. You're turning ideas into reality and you're shaping the world around you. That's what a creator does. Everybody wants to be a content creator, or they want to do all these great things. And over here, you want to be a creator because your income starts to go up. And Tony, if you want to throw out, turn off the chat, and then you can look in our other corporate group and you can remove a couple people as well. So go ahead, you can go to the next one. All right, so let's go to the next one. So the next one is a promoter. So once you move from being a rookie and you start to learn, right? And again, we haven't talked about our products yet. We have some of the most amazing things inside of our company, and you guys are going to love it here in the next couple of weeks. Actually, I think it's February the 1st. Put that on your calendar. You're going to understand what our product is. Okay. And we want you to be a promoter. You go from rookie to creator, but a promoter, think about it, starts to amplify the vibe. You're spreading energy and creating momentum, and your income starts to go up as well. So from rookie to creator to promoter. Go ahead, Tony. What's our next rank? All right. So only fitting that you go from being a content creator, right? You're going from being a creator over here. So think about it in the world of social media, where people go from content creating to an influencer. It is a huge jump, right? So over here, the next rank is only fitting as an influencer. You shape the vibe. You're inspiring others and setting the trends that matter. That's an influencer. Not to mention that your income starts to go up. And we're going to look at that as well. All right, Tony, go right ahead. Okay. All right. Icon. I am so excited about this particular rank because when someone calls you an icon, you know you're going to live forever. So at this point, right, even from an influencer, it's more income than most people will ever make at their jobs with their businesses. A lot of times when you start a business, it takes some years for you to even turn a profit. Over here, we want you to come in and within your first 24 to 72 hours, we want you to be in profit if you decide to build a business. Remember, we're not talking products right now. We're just talking ranks, right? And when you come over here in Vibe, you have an opportunity to really, truly share the opportunity, right? You share the opportunity. And same thing, I keep coming back to Elon Musk. Elon Musk built PayPal on an affiliate slash type network marketing structure. He just paid people to share, right? He paid them to share and he became an icon. And now he can say, I want to fly to the moon and I want to, or fly to Mars and I want to look at Earth and say, that's my portfolio. You know, I heard somebody say that. And I thought that was pretty dope. They have enough money to fly wherever they want to go. But other people think they're crazy, but they will live forever. Why? Because he's a creator. Elon Musk actually like homeschools his kids because he wants his kids to actually learn how to be iconic. And sometimes you can go into situations, you can go into companies, you can go into businesses, and they want you to be like everybody else. We don't need you to be like everybody else. We need you to be authentically you. And whatever icon means to you, we want you to be able to reach that iconic state in your family. As an icon, you embody the vibe, standing out as a beacon of inspiration and creativity. We don't motivate. We are not motivational speakers. Some troll told us like, oh, it sounds like a motivation. We don't motivate because if I got to motivate you to go after your hopes and dreams, I'm going to have to motivate you every day, every day, every day. That sounds like a job to me. I would rather just inspire you to be iconic. So last but not least, our very last rank. Go right ahead, Miss Tony Mark. So, I didn't have to fight for this one too much, okay? In every company that I've been in, I get into companies and I immediately wiggle my way to the top. Immediately. I don't step my way to the top. I don't beat up people to get to the top. I just ask questions. Who's your sponsor? Who's your sponsor's sponsor? Who's your sponsors? Until I wiggle my way up to the top. And I don't go up there asking for handouts like, with my cup shaking. I go up there and say, listen, I don't need you to be my mentor because that's the worst thing that a icon or a legend wants to hear. Can you mentor me? It kind of sounds like a job. And I only say that because my guide, my kind of business guide told me that. Like, no, people always, can I ride along with you? Can I see what you do? I get it because I wanted to do that too. And I got a chance to ride along with a lot of iconic individuals. And every company I go into, if I get to shape it, I'm like, can I change the rank? And they've let me do it a couple times, right? And legend is what was dropped into my spirit years ago, that I wanted to create 1,000 legends, 1,000 people that will live forever. And you don't have to be all over social media. Nobody even has to know who you are, but you'll be a legend in your family. I want you to think about this. Some of you, your family will talk about you forever. You're legendary. My twin sister's name in my phone is Reagan, legendary. My son's name in my phone is King Devin, right? I name people for what I believe that they can become. So I want you to understand this. My daughter's on here. She's one of the most phenomenal individuals ever. Our children are on here, and they are going to grow to be legends. And I want them to live forever. And I want to live forever. And I know that's not possible, but I want to put in your mind at some point, at some point, when we leave this earth, you're either going to end up in a photo album underneath the table where people talk about you on your birthday, or they talk about you when it's a family reunion or something. Remember old Tommy? He used to do X, Y, and Z. And then there are some people who are going to end up on the mantelpiece. So you guys are going to hear me train on this. Let's make the mantelpiece. Your picture's up there. I've walked into people's houses who have made millions and billions. I met my first 2 billionaires last year, and they told me, I only give my time to people who deserve it. 7 minutes. That's it. And that's my favorite number. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to vibe out with them for 7 minutes, and I'm going to feel the energy or not. And I'm going to see if I give them another 7 minutes. And these people are legendary in their families. And I walked into somebody's house who had made billions, and it was him and his wife on the mantelpiece. And everybody is going to walk in years later and say, that was great, great grandmama, Megan, Reagan, Dre, Tony, anybody else who wants to be legendary with us. And a legend is leaving a lasting impact and creating a legacy that resonates forever. We only have 6 ranks, right? And a lot of ranks and companies are set up so that if you have to make this much money before you're called a legend, okay? You got to be at this income before you're called a legend. Well, we just believe that you have to just do some simple things that we're going to talk about tomorrow because it's 8:54 and I'm getting off this call at 9 o'clock, and I'm going to win, right? Because I'm a winner. And I'm going to keep the time. But I want to show you guys something really quickly about these particular ranks. And then tomorrow at 12 o'clock on this same link, you guys can get back on and we'll try and stream it to YouTube. And somebody said really quickly, somebody said, well, you guys need a bigger Zoom. Okay. I agree. And I don't know if you guys remember Jaws, quick movie. And I love watching Jaws because remember when he was throwing the like chum out, the blood and stuff out because he didn't believe that there was a big fish out there, and he's throwing it out. He's not even looking, right? And then the Jaws comes up and he sees Jaws for the first time. You guys remember that? That is iconic, legendary movie, right? I watched that movie just to see that part because what did he say to the people? He said, I think we're going to need a bigger boat. I think we're going to need a bigger boat. So listen, some storms come to disrupt, some storms come to clear your path, but I love tsunamis, right? And they were making fun of me. I love tsunamis because when you can't see them, if you look out on the ocean and there's a tsunami coming, that's why a lot of people end up like expiring, unfortunately, because you can't see it. It's underneath. It's an earthquake. It's shaking underneath the ground and you can't see it. It looks like nothing until you see like boats start to capsize. You see the waters start to pull back, right? And the water's pulling back. And if you don't understand what's happening, you'll walk right into it. Over here, listen, you want to walk right into it because the water's pulling back. 8,000 people later, and we have just gotten started. So when that water starts to pull back, you better walk closer. It pulls back more, you better walk closer. You better stay connected, because when that tsunami, when that water releases, like the overflow is real. And we've only been talking about the matrix. We haven't even talked about the other things that we have. So I want you guys to understand, get in alignment. Get in alignment and understand that you have to believe first. We don't care about the haters. Cat Williams said, if you don't have 10 haters, I need you to collect 10 by tomorrow, right? He's my favorite. He's funny. I want you to collect 15, 20 by next week. Because if you don't have people who are looking at you like you're crazy, then your dream isn't big enough. I got a big dream. I want to help 1,000 people make 6 and 7 figures every month, 5 million every year. And I know we can do it with this structure. So I want to show you guys something really quickly. Let me turn my video off, and then we're going to hop off of here. But we're gonna vibe out. We got a lot in 2025. Like, it's gonna be a serious vibe. And I want to tell you guys one thing that I'm gonna be doing, and I'm sure that the owners are they're gonna be right there as well. Tony, can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Oh, I thought I stopped sharing. I didn't. Oh, see.
I saw just a blank screen. Oh, it's blank white screen on there.
Aren't you proud of me?
I
don't have
am, but
I don't
I
have
I do see the rest of your desktop, so
Oh, okay.
it's okay. We're getting there.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Watch what I learned how to do, Tony.
I was so excited.
See? Can you
Oh,
see it?
there you got it right there.
I'm
That's it.
learning. I'm learning. So let's do this real quick. I got 2 minutes. Okay. So what do those ranks actually mean? You might be wondering. Okay. So rookies, this earning potential, right? As a rookie, you're stepping into your vibe, ready to explore, to learn, to grow. A rookie can make up to $1.8 thousand a month. Okay. $1.8 thousand a month. And listen, when you get into companies, in any company you're in, if you're in sales or marketing, right? If you're in insurance, if you're in my favorite, like, messy TV is Selling Sunset. I don't like all the drama. Actually, I actually like the Manhattan one better, because they're less messy and more about the money. And they promote, they sell themselves, they stage houses, they do all of these things, and their income goes up. Over here, it's the same way. When you start stepping into your vibe, your income will go all the way up to $1.8 thousand a month. Doesn't stop there. As a creator, you're building the vibe. You're turning ideas into reality and shaping the world around you. This means that you're now a creator. You're making up to 5,000 a month. As a promoter, you amplify. You are vibrating pretty loudly. You amplify the vibe. You're spreading energy, creating momentum. You make up to $16,000 a month. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is could take some of your hopes and dreams off the shelf. And now you're really starting to vacation and do the things that you really want to do. But when you get to be an icon makes up to $147,000 a month. So you go from $16,001 to $147,000 a month. And you might be wondering, how do we do this? Great. Thank you. I'm training tomorrow on this comp plan. And you're going to know, what do you need to do to hit rookie, hit creator, hit promoter, hit icon. You need to be back here tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I'm going to teach it again at 8 o'clock, right? And bring people along so that they can listen in. But as a legend, right? Uh-oh. Messed that one up, didn't I? 1 second. This is when you proofread, Tony.
It's, you know what? We
Okay.
got everything out, so now I feel good that I'm not going to accidentally say something.
Right. Me too. Me too. I was messing up some stuff last night. I was so sleepy. I didn't proofread. I had to, like, start over again. Hold on 1 second. I got to make this a little smaller so it fits and Tony doesn't have a
We want
conniption.
to give a disclaimer, Miss
Absolutely.
Megan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So hold on 1 second.
I'm back here like
See, this is how we all
typing away.
this is
It's
how we
in It's in the playbook. Everybody type that. It's in the playbook. So, in the playbook, we do have a disclaimer, so I'm going to read it in just a second so that you guys have an opportunity to hear the disclaimer. All right, let's try this thing one more time. One more time, guys. One more time. All right. Reagan, pull up the playbook for me and you can read the disclaimer because Reagan's the one who's like, abort, disclaimer, wait. That's why she is our everything person as well. So a legend actually makes it, this is in the matrix, right? This is the matrix only because our compensation plan is unlimited income, but a legend makes up to $442,000 in the matrix. It's a 3x10 force matrix. We are not doing anything new, we're just doing it better, right? We just pay out a lot in the matrix. And a lot of companies, they have matrix, but not all matrix, I don't know what the plural of that is, are built the same. Okay. And ours, we let a lot of income flow up. So I am super excited, Reagan. I don't know if you have the disclaimer there that you do want to read. I don't know if you want to read that.
You missed influencer on here. I just got a text message.
Oh, man.
And it's matrices. Nerd alert, matrices.
I forgot a rank. Okay. That's why. Okay. Sorry, guys.
I do love this flyer though, and I know you're going to fix it. That this is a skill set that so nobody can be mad at you, especially if they can't make a PowerPoint like me. I never complain. So
Gosh darn it. But I'm mad because as an English teacher, I don't like to make mistakes. But I'm a retired English teacher now, so that's my excuse. I'm sorry. I forgot influencer on here. An influencer makes up to $49,000 in the matrix. Okay. So tomorrow come and this will be fixed. I'll make a video about it tonight so that we can drop that video. We'll also drop the other video as well. But I want to leave you guys with one thing. I don't know, Dre or Reagan, if you want to add anything, but I want to leave you with the starfish mentality. Okay. And I do want to say, past profits don't predict future gains. Look in our playbook. You do nothing, you get nothing. But inside of this compensation plan, there are things built in that if you just focus on you, the power of one and you getting connected. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, by tomorrow, you're going to be able to log into our Vibe website. Okay. You're going to be able to put your email in there and verify your email and go through an opt-in process. You're also going to be able to, and this is after 1 o'clock, you're also going to be able to log into your back office and make sure your profile is correct. Make sure your sponsor is correct. And then you're also going to get a referral link. And now we haven't skipped a beat. We just needed a break, right? We haven't been sleeping. You guys needed a break. So get some rest tonight because tomorrow we run and we don't stop. We put our heads down. You're going to have your referral link. Now you can share in the back office, right? And as you're sharing in the back office, you're sharing for free until I say you're not sharing for free. And if you want to know when you're not sharing for free, get in the Telegram, right? It's in the playbook, I believe, as well. Or you can go to joinonemortime.com and the Telegram is there. So join the Telegram. And we're going to run hard. We officially launch February 17th, but you can no longer refer people for free or for $25. For that $25, you're going to get a vibe. You're going to get a vibe building kit, basically. So no fret, right? When you pay that $25, you're actually getting something. It's a product to help you build your business. And I want you guys to start calling yourself VPs. I know I'm the VP of sales, but every single one of you, we're not IBOs. We're not independent business owners because that sounds terrible. Who wants to be independent in business? Nobody. Nobody. Your business will fail. Trust and believe if you are going to be the jack of all trades, right? We're not IBOs. We are VPs. You are a Vibe partner. Okay. Everybody type that in the chat. Oh, I don't think you can type in the chat, but you're a Vibe partner. So when you say, what do you do? I'm a VP over at Vibe. That's what you say. That's it. Really? Your grandmama's going to be telling everybody. She's going to be telling everybody, oh, see, little Johnny made VP at his job. She doesn't know. And that's okay because you're a VP. You're a Vibe partner. You're a VP at Vibe. You're a Vibe partner at Vibe is what you are. Okay. And we're going to get the blueprint. We're going to move forward and we're going to run for the next 90 to 120 days. Last thing I want to leave you guys with. Okay. This is my favorite story. Go look it up. Okay. I know why I'm doing this company. I need you to figure out why you're doing it. Simon Sinek says it's all about the why. You guys got a chance to meet my best friend, and his name has a Y in it, Jason, and he's always like, because it's about the why. So I need you to figure out why you're over here, why you want to vibe out with us, why you want to find your Vibe tribe, why do you want to be a VP over here at Vibe? Why do you want to make $442,000 a month? What are you going to do with it? Right? And I'm going to leave you with the starfish mentality. There was a guy walking on the beach, right? He's walking on the beach and like it's miles of beach. He's walking on the beach. And this guy is up like in the condos looking down at this guy. And he's like, what is this guy doing? And the guy keeps bending over and he's like throwing something in the water. So the guy walks down there and he was like, so what are you doing? And he was like, I'm throwing these starfish back in the ocean. And he was like, why? He's like, because if they stay here, they're going to die. If they stay on the sand, they belong in the ocean. They belong in an environment that is massive, right? They need to flourish. There's a lot of ocean out there. They can go be with their starfish friends. So he's throwing the starfish. He keeps doing it. And the guy was like, okay. He was like, it doesn't matter though. Like you can't save them all. And then the guy who's throwing it in the water, he said, picked it up, threw it in the water, and he said, well, it mattered to that one. And that is my philosophy with my students when I was working with them. Like you might let one student, oh, it's only 2% of them don't graduate, right? Or 2% of them are dying in the streets, right? Go get them, go pick them up and put them in their rightful place. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put you with your tribe, your Vibe tribe, so you can flourish and grow and you can have little starfish babies and grandbabies, and your life is not cut short, not death cut short, right? But your life is not cut short because you're miserable. You feel like that your hopes and dreams are not coming to fruition and you start to give up, right? No, let us help you. Let us help you find the people who are going to allow you to flourish. So I want to say thank you guys. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Tony Mark, you are the bomb.com. We love you. We couldn't do it without you. Dre, I'm glad that you were persistent and you kept coming to me and I kept ignoring for a second. And then I couldn't ignore you because you were so persistent. And then I'm like, okay, Dre, let me look at it. And then God said, one more time, Megan. And then I could not do it without my sister. And I said, hold on. If I do it, we got to own it and we got to do it right. So I went to my sister and I knew my sister, she launched Athletes Have Heart so she can help athletes. Every 3 days, an athlete dies from sudden cardiac arrest. Every 3 days, every 3 days, every 3 days. And she's like, I'm in the middle of something. I'm trying to save lives. And I'm like, me too. Let's do it together one more time. And she thought about it for 5 days and she disappeared on me. And I thought I lost my sister. And then she came back and was like, let's do it. I had to go in prayer. I had to go in the dungeon and my Most High said, one more time. So guess what? We told you guys one more time. So I'm excited. Peace and blessings. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to the Vibe tribe. Welcome to all our new VPs. Let's go create some impact and change the world, guys. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good night.
Megan.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Beautiful lady. Let's go.
Very much, Megan.
One time.
I'm God.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
All right,
Megan.
all right.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
much.
Good night.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Wonderful.
Great.